you know, you go along and you have this opportunity to see people along the route and to see what is going on. And I want to tell you what I saw, because I've been to in many ways to the beginning and to the end of what these black snakes look like, you know. And that's what we call this in our territory. We call this the black snake. And there are prophecies in our territory, prophecies in Lakota country and in Anishinaabe country about the coming of the black snake. And what I'll tell you is that in our prophecies and, you know, in our ceremonies, I went to a lot of ceremonies on this, and I asked, like, what were we supposed to do, you know, there. I asked some spirits on some of those things, and you know what the spirit said to me? The spirit said, there's a reason it's in the ground. There's a reason these things are in the ground. And we have to remember that, because we live in a society which feels entitled to take things that should be in the ground and take them out. Yeah. And we need to challenge that paradigm, because that paradigm is not sustainable. You cannot keep taking things out of the ground and expect that's going to work out for your water, or for your land, or for the things that we don't understand about how Mother Earth lives. There's a reason that copper is in the ground. There's a reason that oil is in the ground. There's a reason that carbon is supposed to stay in the soil and not go in the air. Right? Those are the things we know, and we have to really challenge this paradigm that says you keep taking things out and it's going to work out, right? Because that's not true. You kind of keep taking things out, but to keep that in mind, because a lot of us, I think we end up in this era now where I see a lot of people going, wait, I just want to stop this one thing or stop this one thing, you know? Or like, wait, you know, I mean, my impersonation of Minnesota politicians is like this. It looks like it's coming our way. Let us do this. That's really not a strategy. You know, it's time to grow up. You know, so we've entered this era of extreme extraction. And I think you guys probably been talking about that. I did not spend all day talking about it, but what I'm saying is we've entered this era where we have taken so much from Mother Earth that anything we take now is not given to us willingly. You know, extreme extraction is when you take off the top of 500 mountaintops in Appalachia, you know, and you blow off the top and you call it mountaintop removal. Extreme extraction is when you drill 20,000 feet under the ocean to take out some oil that should be staying down there, and then you have a problem like Deepwater Horizon, and you go, oh, sorry, I'm going to mess that one up, right? Extreme extraction is the tar sands, and extreme extraction is fracking. Fracking is rape of Mother Earth. That is what fracking is. There is no other way to describe what is occurring with fracking. When you take the frac sand that I just saw, we just drove by there, we were over in Winona, my hometown there in Minnesota, you know, down in that whole area in southern Wisconsin, what you call Wisconsin and Ho-Chunk territory is what I would call it. In that territory, they're taking that sand, and you all know that. They're taking that sand, they're putting it on trains, and they're loading it, and then they're taking it out there, and then they are taking these engines, and they're putting together, and they are taking those chemicals. They're taking 600 chemicals they do not have to disclose, and they're taking that sand and they're taking it down, they're exploding the bedrock of Mother Earth. That is what fracking is. That is how extreme it is. It is extreme rape of Mother Earth. That is what is occurring in fracking. And yet what happens is that because it happens in places like North Dakota where people do not go. And they're like, well, I'm hoping that's going to work out. You know, this is me, even in Minnesota, until a few years ago. I was like, man, that looks kind of bad. I'm hoping that's going to work out in North Dakota. I'm hoping that's going to work out. You know, there's two things I'd say about that. One thing is it's, you know, it's a lot like the analogy I think of is a lot like when you know that there's a child being sexually abused in a household that is near yours or in your extended family, and you're looking at that child and saying, that's a bad thing, I think that's happening over there, and I hope that works out. Yeah. That's what this is like. That's what this is like. And it's not the